thousand Julys. You're intoxicated my soul with your eyes, and I'm certain that this heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head And don't let foolish pride keep you from my side. How can love like ours be ended? It's the talk of the town. Now we send out invitations to
story. The greatest story ever told. It has survived 2,000 years. It will survive 2,000 more. Many have fought and died to protect it. A story of love, of compassion, a story of joy, of people coming together, travelling from afar. We wish to inform, spark thoughts, and jog memories. Join with us. Imagine a tree with its roots deep in the soil, sheltering every living thing. The beauty of that tree, the stories and tales of joys and of hardship that tree holds. Let this story reignite you. Reignite you, light it up again, and let it burn and blaze and dance. And just breathe and listen.
to the town of Godalming, the Saxon settlement meaning of the family or clan of Godhelm. So, welcome to the family! My name's Gabriel and tonight, I'm your guide, taking you wherever you need to go, wherever our story takes us. Here, we have access to the ultimate CCTV and live streaming facilities. We can see everything, but not in an omnipotent way. I'm not jumping up on you. Anyway, formalities. How are you doing? You're looking wondrous today. together, almost as wondrous as the story I'm about to tell. Buckle up. This is the short history of, well, let's face it, nearly everything. Tonight, this medieval town, we bring you the greatest story ever told. And some might say,
Oh no, not again!
but stories are all we have. Since the dawn of time, we've told stories. We need this story. You may have heard it, but you won't have heard it being told like this. We need it to reignite us, light up the fires in our bellies that have been merely embers for too long this year. So let this story consume you. Let it bring you to life and just breathe. And listen. Sorry, I get carried away when I'm excited. Where are my manners? I'm supposed to be introducing you to all the wonderful people you're going to share this evening with. Now, as we know, the major industry of this woolen town is woolen cloth. Practical and comfortable, what a delight. Therefore, shepherds shiver in the cold night air, unsure of their destination, but grateful for some warmth and a bit of clarity. Of course, outside we've got our magi. They're wise and full of spectacle and dedication. Meanwhile, we have a local lass named Mary, and the lovely lad who's fallen in love with Joseph, a refugee seeking asylum and waiting to see if he can stay in our country to be with the love of his life. I'll tell you what, why don't we take a proper look?
He'll be here any minute.
I know, but I can't help but worry. I always do.
I know. My fellows are nice at the post office. Does your Joan have any mates we could go downstairs and have a pint?
Whenever she's feeling empty, whenever she's feeling insecure, whenever thanks is broken, unable to fake it anymore.
The shadow is always with her. The shadow could always keep her small, so frightened that he won't love her. She builds up a wall.
Oh no, she's nowhere to hide in the dark.
Oh no, she's nowhere to hide in the dark. She's a star. She's a star.
She's been in disguise forever,
She's tried to disguise her stellar views.
much brighter than all this static.
Now she's coming through.
Oh no, she's nowhere to hide in the dark.
Oh no, she's nowhere to hide in the dark. She's a star. She's a star.
Don't tell her to turn down.
Put on your shades.
If you can see, don't tell her to turn down. Put on the flame.
She's a star. 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 See, I told you he was coming, didn't I?
Do you think we'll ever get married for real?
Depends. If we're granted permission, we can.
It'll happen. I've got a feeling. Especially at this time of year.
Joe?
Steph, all that stuff about peace and goodwill, it's got to mean something, right?
Right. You know, I really love you, Joseph.
And I really love you too. I don't want charity. I hate the thought of people thinking I'm...
Taking our hard-earned cash in handouts.
I might not have chosen those exact words, but yeah. You know I'd work if I could, right?
Of course.
Right, lovelies, I'm off. You two, be careful. You'll have to death out here. It's Baltic. See ya. Bye.
Did you hear?
Eh? Did I hear what?
About the local businesses. They aren't doing so well. That's what I've heard.
Not doing so well, that's what I've heard.
So, you have heard.
Well, yeah.
So why do you wonder whether you did?
Well, how was I supposed to know exactly what you were going to ask?
Yeah, good point. It's the lockdown and recession, innit? But no, that's what I've heard.
But no, yeah, that's what I've heard. Really?
Yeah, there's no money in the tills, no money in the pockets, and businesses are being forced to shut. That's what I've heard.
Pockets, tills, closings. That's what I've heard. Wait, really?
Is that all you two have to think about?
No, I think about Lockling. Do you know what they say? They say, you see him, he thinks a lot he does.
Is that so?
That's what I've heard.
Want to hear something?
Always.
I've got something that might interest you. Goes back a while, 2,000 years to be exact.
But I've only heard about the pockets, the tills are closing.
Look, something has to happen. Magical. Eventually something always has to happen.
That's what I've heard. I've heard something always has to happen.
And we'll make it happen. This story, this tale.
I've heard about a story.
I've heard about a tale.
I've heard the story's about to start.
Oh, it's definitely about to start. That's what I've heard.
You see these two over here? That's Mary and Joseph. Imagine the dictionary definition, the epitome of innocence. No life, no death, only love. Just like 2,000 years ago, the odds are against them. You see, they're living under this oppressive regime.
I've heard that the regime is particularly oppressive.
Oppressive, yeah. That's what I've heard.
The pockets, the tills, the closing, the oppression. That's what I've heard.
Well, try not to worry about them too much. You see, they have all they need in order to win. They have each other, their own little corner of the map. Finding your way on a busy road is much easier to do when you have someone sharing the journey.
What on earth is that?
It's a mobile device. That is brilliant. Honestly, changed my life. Did you get what he said?
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that they're life-changing. Get one myself. Do leave off. Anyway, who's this bitch everyone's talking about?
That's Herodia. She's the governor of the town. Like all politicians, she's constantly clinging to power with her nasty talents. I mean, she's only one outdated opinion tweet away from being quietly snuck out the back door. This government is often accused of being soft on immigration. This is most certainly not the case. We see it as a matter of national importance, and we wish to preserve the safety and well-being of all our citizens. Now, with this in mind, we demand all asylum seekers, I repeat all, who've applied for national visas to make their way to passport control to be processed. This is paramount to getting our country back on track. Together, we can make this country great again.
Did you hear that? Process.
That's what I heard.
Well, there's nothing you or I can do about it, is there?
So, here's one for you. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower? I haven't heard anything about that.
I've heard it's not traditional on Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner? Why are you talking about that? I've not heard anything about that. Besides, it's a bit early, isn't it?
Oh yeah, good point. Hasn't been invented yet.
See, this is the problem. A politician makes a statement and everyone who sees it just takes it as gospel. Their opinion becomes the narrative for the entire nation. It's this. This is why I get so much hate around here. Do you know how many people have spat at me in the streets? But hey, it's good to know that the government wishes to preserve the safety and well-being of this country.
It's only a matter of time before we're granted permission.
A matter of time. Mary, time is what we don't have.
It's fine. We just need to go and be processed and then...
Processed. Processed. I don't even know what that means. And if this government's track record is anything to go by, it can't be good news.
In the Bible, they had a census, a record of everyone, where they were, who they were with, and how many there were.
Mary.
It was humble. It was simple.
I'm busy.
Fast forward 2,000 years, and we've got biometrics that scan our behavioural and physical characteristics, cameras that track every time we buy a coffee, and scanners that can look into our eyes and tell you what colour your soul is.
I've got to go and be processed, apparently.
Tiny screens in your cars to watch things on.
You stay here. I don't want to drag you into this.
Obviously, I'm coming with you. I want to go.
No.
I want to go with you. Be with you. I love you.
Mary, can you just... No. Please. Look, I'm sorry, I don't want to drag you into this. It's bad enough that I have to go through on my own. I'm not dragging you into it.
You're not dragging me into anything, Joe. It's not your problem, it's theirs. It's their problem.
Mary,
They can't
I'm
see.
being processed. Didn't you hear the news? This isn't a job interview. It's not meant to be nice.
Joe, wait!
No.
Joseph! Wait for me! Joe! You don't have to do this on your own! Joe!
Okay, so watch this. I love moments like this. I'm about to tell her the most incredible piece of news ever. She doesn't know the story. That's part of it. Don't worry if you don't know what's going to happen. It'll all make sense soon. Apologies, I've got to ring her now. Wish me luck.
Hello?
Hello, is that Mary?
Oh, cold call. Look, I'm really not interested.
Sorry, my name's Gabriel.
Sorry! Gabriel, who? Look, I'm not interested.
Listen, Mary, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I need you to trust me. I am, well, I suppose the easiest way to say it is, I'm an angel. Yes, I know we exist. More specifically, I'm your guardian angel. I know, you didn't even know we existed, let alone you had your own one. Mental. But I've got some incredible news for you, and I need you to trust me.
What do you mean? Am I on the radio? Have I won a competition?
Are you sitting down?
Well, as it turns out, I'm actually...
You're gonna have a baby!
I'm gonna have a what? A baby? No, that's not me. I'm not even married.
As it turns out, not that important in 2020, which is fine, obviously. It's a miracle name. Immaculate Conception, some people are calling it. It's a pretty big deal. It'll all make sense soon. You'll have a baby, and your baby will be the saviour. Pretty big deal.
I think you have the wrong number.
It'll be a boy, and you'll call him Jesus.
Well, I don't really know if I like that name.
I always thought my son would be called something like, Peter, or Andrew, or maybe Jeff. He's going to be great, really great. People will really like him. He'll be really popular, followed. Sorry, are you mental? How could this happen? Am I meant to? What? No. Look, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but you don't need to worry about things like that. You'll be visited, and we'll make sure everything is, working well, and that the child develops inside you, and then he's born, and then, boom! Right. So, you're being serious. You're being serious. Right.
Right. If you are who you say you are, prove it. Tell me something that you shouldn't know.
Easy. You have 3 siblings.
Yeah?
You hate cold coolers.
Yeah.
And you never learned how to swim.
Wow. So this is real. I'm gonna have a baby.
Are you okay? You're looking a little flustered.
I need to go and get some air.
In the street outside.
let me tie no cords for long. I promise tonight not to do no harm. I promise you, baby, I won't do no harm. And we're caught in the crossfire of heaven and hell, and we're searching for shelter. Lay your body down, lay your body down, lay your body down.
Watching your dress as you turn down the light.
Forget all about the storm outside.
But how told they're away all the time. Heartache and pain came a-pouring down like they'll see it raining. They're hanging it out,
And we're caught in the crossfire of heaven and hell, and we're searching for shelter. Lay your body down, lay your body down, lay your body down. Lay your body down, lay your body down, lay your body down.
It's not twins, is it? No, nothing like that. I forgot to mention, you need to make sure you tell Joseph. Isn't that something you can do? I mean, I am already doing you a pretty big favour.
I'm really sorry, is everything okay?
Look, I need to tell you something and I need you to promise to not overreact. The thing is, as it turns out, I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant? How is that even possible? We haven't even... Oh, so you mean, so we haven't... But you...
No, it's not like that. It's
No,
complicated.
it's fine, I see what's happening. I've got to go.
Do you know me?
Yes?
And do you love me?
Of
Then
course I love
need
you.
to trust me. I'm having a baby and it's a miracle, Joe. It's a miracle. Lay your body down, lay your body down,
Lay your body down. Lay your body down, lay your body down, lay your body down. Hello?
Hi, Joseph. Sorry to interrupt. It was actually me who called. Look, I know this sounds crazy, and Mary sounds crazy, and the whole thing is utterly unbelievable, but it's true. Listen, I know about the visa and the application and stuff, but it's going to be fine. Mary's going to be fine. You have each other, so you have everything you need already.
What are you still doing here?
Not tuning into the news, are you?
You need to go and register. Why are you still here?
We're not getting any younger. Passport starts close, you know.
If you're going to stay in our country, you're going to need a visa. That's what they said. The visas can't stay. Sorry. What are you still doing here?
Yeah, go home! So, all the fancy hotels and the not so fancy ones are either too full or too expensive. I mean, they cost more than Mary's wages. And Joseph, still seeking asylum, has been unable to work. Look at them, sleeping rough, outcasts from society, just like the original shepherds were back in the day. We follow our two lovers as they embrace against the cold night air. Mary's stomach's beginning to fill out, and Joseph's sweating with fear for the path up ahead. Onwards, towards Herodias processing and towards a bleak future. Well, come on! We can't stay here. If everyone else is on the move, then we should be too. Let's get going, people. It'll be over by morning.
Every winter just keeps getting colder. We should start another fire. That'll sort us out.
I'm making all over. I swear, if the tax and the cuts don't get me, this cold will.
Do you have any money? Please?
Weird looking things, ain't they, sheep?
Careful! You don't want to offend them. They're the only company we've got. And you never know. Maybe under that woolly exterior they're thinking great thoughts like how to solve the housing crisis.
Any money, please?
Then again, maybe not.
You know, it's strange. 20 minutes ago, everything was still and quiet. Now there's chaos out there.
And everyone else is safe and tucked up in their houses.
Except us. No one cares about us. The rich keep getting richer.
Anything.
And the poor keep getting poorer. Still, the government does nothing.
I can't even afford the rent on a one-bedroom flat round here, and there's some people buying their second holiday home in the south of France.
The rain pours, yet we're the only ones getting wet.
People avoiding eye contact with us in the street, thinking they don't have to care, thinking if they can't see us, and we don't exist.
But we do exist. Swept under the carpet, seen but not heard. Society washes their hands, and we bathe in the dirty water. Not because we want to, but because that's all the water there is.
I thought you said the battery was dead that then.
All right, keep it clean. We're in the lovely Godalming, don't you know? Don't want any riff-raff going around here.
Did you see that?
Evening all, I'm Gabriel, I'm an angel. Now, there are more angels 9. I know, hard to believe, but they're going to deliver you to an exceptionally special place.
An exceptionally special place? I've heard that somewhere before. Do you mean we get a spoon's breakfast?
Oh, leave off! I don't know why you think spoons is so good. Everything is microwave, pipe, fryer, Daily Mail. You're such a cliche.
You lot are quite finished. I'd look sharp. You're going to be visited by angels.
I ain't never need an angel before. Don't need one now. What do we need angels for?
To bring you the great glad tidings of hope, love and joy, obviously. What else would you need angels for? Seriously, some people.
Oh yeah, because that will sort us right out.
Yeah, because if there's one thing cold, destitute and miserable deserves, it's joy. I can't eat joy, mate. I can't spend joy. I can't wrap myself up in the cold with joy.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stick your joy up your...
Holy what?
A message, a holy message. A message? Thank you. You are at the epicenter of something more important any of you could possibly fathom. I speak of only what will happen. Tonight a baby will be born. Some will criticize, but most will revel. and a visionary. Just like me then.
Yeah, right. Visionary. You walked into a crook the other day.
He's to be born outside in the cold, into the earth, into the night and the stars. And how did you not see your own crook?
That's what we asked.
Walk into one crook and never live it down. A star will appear and you will follow, with joy in your steps and love in your hearts.
How long do we follow for exactly?
Yeah, can you be more specific? Where are we actually going?
Do we get like a GPS or sat-nav or something? That would be a lot easier.
Last time we tried to navigate somewhere, we ended up on a toll road. It was a nightmare. Each sheep had to pay separately. Can't we just follow you?
No, I have angel things to attend to, plus I'm not going that way.
Fine. Which star though?
You won't miss it. Bright star, the biggest, brightest one, like unusually bright and obvious.
More and more travellers, wearied by their corrupt government and united in their hunger for hope, decide to move towards the holy place. They're ready for a glimpse of something new, something they can believe in. What are you all still doing here? The stars appeared. You heard what the angel said.
All you have to do is follow the star. The instructions are very clear, everyone.
Surveillance. We're constantly reminded that it is vital for our safety and security. Well, I don't buy that. Make sure to watch and listen closely here. There is a blanket blackout of all mobile devices in these offices. Accountability, an ugly word around here. It's a long-known truth. The good cannot exist without evil, just as there's no light without the dark. Accepting this can be difficult. Our story tells us of Herodias, a paranoid and power-thirsty ruler who's willing to do anything to remain at the top. She wants to make our country great again. Too derivative? A control freak clinging to her power. Welcome to the lives of the others.
What now?
You need to fight for this government to work, and your reward will be to keep power in this particular state. And right now, it's looking decidedly dodgy.
I said, what now?
Our government's reputation is decreasing by the minute. The people are losing faith in us.
Right, and what am I to do about this?
You need to do something which will restore our reputation, something which will make us appear good in the eyes of the people.
The people need to see that you will not give in so easily.
Who, me?
The nation needs to see that you have the best intentions and their interests at heart.
I do have their best interests at heart. They just don't realise it.
Well, maybe you should try something completely unexpected.
Like what?
Appeal to their fears.
That's been done before. They're stupid, but not that stupid.
Let them see that as you take with one hand, you give with the other.
I mean, what is it that they want? What do they really need?
Fear.
Yes, fear of the other. Not the worst idea in the world.
Diversion to their concerns, distraction.
Well, I had a similar idea to that the other day.
Give them something even bigger to worry about, making their other concerns seem completely insignificant. The old snatching down.
I do have their best interests at heart. I need to speak to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all asylum seekers, regardless of their status, to report to their local passport offices immediately to renew applications.
So we put the focus on the asylum seekers and not the migrant workers. They're impossible to keep track of.
Asylum seekers are easier to identify, and the other lot boost the economy, so we need them. Remember that tosh I spouted at the debates?
Of course, of course.
I want every last one of them rounded up and accounted for. Make sure you document everybody. I don't want anyone seeping through the cracks. We must act swiftly and without mercy. As this blackness is huge, a train pulls up at the station. On time, which is obviously the biggest miracle of them all. See, this train is special. It's carrying the Magi in first class.
which means their seats are slightly more comfortable and they're able to charge their phones for free. Brilliant! You see, they've been following the same star that shone upon the night streets. Welcome to Godalming, Magi, and welcome to Herodia's palace. She can't wait to get closer to the people's hearts through the pages of her glossy magazine. Plus, they're serving canapes, and if there's one thing she likes more than bleeding the country dry of its diversity, it's little snacks on sticks, like sausage rolls, cheese and pineapple, cocktail sausages. I love cocktail sausages.
They're coming! They're coming! They're coming! They're on their way! Photographers! Canapes! Fake smiles! The bullying scandal? Bury it. writing this down. I never even knew this place existed, or anything about the constituents. Then again, they are all the same, aren't they? I'm just here to do the talks and the boards I sit on, as well as all the endless appearances on question time. Once I finish this year, I'll end up on front bench, senior advisor to the PM. We can leave this place behind. We received a sign of peace. We hope. Well, so we headed southeast, abandoning our land, our luxuries, and our families. Oh, I'm sorry you followed a light after receiving a sign. I mean, the left-leaning mentality of people such as yourself never cease to baffle me. It's just utterly preposterous. The bright glow of the light guiding us through the darkest night. The sights and sounds of the landscapes we met. We brought gifts. Oh, well, thank you for sharing what I can only imagine to be a very interesting story. But, and I am sorry to say this, I really don't know what we're doing here. We're following a star that shines brighter than any in the sky. Well, there are many stars in gated communities all around this area, so I'm sure you can visit some of them too. No, a real star? One to guide us through the darkness.
There may not be much light, but it sure weighs out the dark.
Oh, I can guide you through the darkness. We are in the midst of rebuilding this country, but I know that if we work from a common goal, we can get Britain back to what it used to be. Leadership is an honour. You have to earn it. This country needs evolution, not revolution. That's the problem with the left. They think we need fundamental changes. A tighter grip, a firmer hand, a steady trot. That's what my party offers, as it always has. We need law and order, not pandering to the left. The revolutionary's coming. Well, where is this man then? The man bringing the revolution?
He is not yet a man. People don't change history. Ideas do. The past cannot hurt us anymore, not unless we let it. He is but a flesh, but beneath the flesh lies an idea. And ideas are bulletproof.
Are you talking about terror? A terrorist? Are you bringing me news of a terrorist attack? Is that what all that yellow-bellied liberal nonsense you were spouting was all about? The enemy is within. Domestic enemies that are threatening and saturating our way of life. Law and order. Round them up and renew our applications. We can't trust them because they can't be trusted. The good people of this country will not let chaos reign at the hands of anyone, let alone this man that you worship, that you follow. And any child born in this country who does not follow the rules of this land is not welcome.
No, you're wrong.
British values matter. And not only do we need to round up anyone who threatens our civil liberties, but the women who carry these terrorists and worshippers of false prophets. I will not risk the future of this country by not acting swiftly. A man is coming to take your future away from you, and I will not stand idly by and allow this to happen. I have intel of a child coming to compromise everything that this country stands for. In accordance with regulatory regime, we will be starting a regime of mass deportation. A deportation to anyone who stands against us, and anyone who stands against the laws of our lands. The laws our grandfathers fought for. And anyone discovered to aid and abet these people will feel the fury of God's own thunder. And anyone who supports our cause will dine out and be celebrated as citizens of a country that is regaining its identity. Let it be heard on this day, and at this time, we are taking our country back from those who seek to destroy it. Vengeance will be swift, and it will be righteous, and if you are listening to this, wherever you are from, you will be removed from this country unless you adhere to our ways of life.
You're talking about murder. How can an unborn child threaten the world?
It's full off the premises! Check their papers! Let's see how the country responds to this. I give you this update in the interest of national security. We have it on good authority that an asylum seeker among us is intent on bringing regime change from within. We urge anybody to come forward and inform us on any concealed threats to the safety of this nation. Whose side will you be on?
Mr. I don't want to alarm anybody, but apparently there's talk of killing a baby.
What happened to the
Humanity and humility? What about the principles that we're supposed to be building our story upon? Our story about the good news for humankind, for the future. My only wish is that it's not too late for us to intervene, to protect and make change for the better. The cogs of Herodias' pernicious publicity machine are churning away. Reactions are ruthless. The public's in a frenzy. We need to move. Find them, surround them, and protect them. They need us and we need them.
Go on, move you scum. Go home. Get back to where you came from.
We've done nothing wrong, scum of the earth or immigrant.
Say that again.
You're what? Go on, tell me. What are you gonna do?
Come here and I'll show you. Oi!
Oh, stop, it's not working.
Oh yeah, and you. You too. You're just as bad for going with it.
Immigrants!
All right, please leave us alone. We've done nothing wrong. Come on, Joe.
We can't keep running forever.
It's not just us anymore. We've got a baby to look after.
Mary, please.
Come on.
When the story gets told and retold, there are those that open their hearts and those that close them firmly. It's history, the right side and the wrong side. It's sure, it's nearly, very nearly.
These fancy things will never come in between. You're part of my entity, here for infinity. When the war has took its part, when the world has dealt its cards, when I have this heart, together we'll mend your heart. Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever, that I'll always be your friend, to get no fuss, to get out to the end. Now it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella, you can stand under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, you can run into my arms. It's okay, don't be alone. Come into me. There's no distance between our love. So come on, let the rain fall. I'll be with you through it all. Because when the sunshine will shine together, told you I'll be here forever, that I'll always be your friend, taking no fuss to get out to the end. Now it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella, you can stand under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, under my umbrella, Ella, Ella,
Hotels, bars, and B&Bs were all full.
I'll go check over here first.
We need someone to stay.
No room.
No room.
With prices as they are, who can afford a hotel these days anyway?
Sorry, we just need one night.
No room.
No! One night, one room, nothing fancy, somewhere warm and somewhere clean. 21st century Britain is all about managing expectations, and theirs was not high.
How much a night?
One. We just need 2, 3, 4. We're full. No room. No vacancies. No room. No room. No room.
No room! As the night grows darker, so does hope. As the star shines brighter, the world feels dark. In the distance, men sharing wisdom move, as the men with sheep. They follow the rhythm of the darkness. As they approach, troops cast their nets, hoping to catch more than just fish.
I just don't know if I can keep doing this, Joe.
Mary, I promise you, I'm here. No matter what, we can do this. I will find somewhere for us. We'll find somewhere for us and our baby.
You promise? Because right now, I'm fit to burst, Joe. I'm about to give birth out here in the streets. A gift to the gutter.
No, I won't let our baby be born here. We just need a little more time.
No room! As they grow wearier, the star comes to rest. As they strive for sunlight to rest, the star beats into it. Above the yard, at the back of the pub, without the trappings and trimmings, the fluffy slippers or the white dressing gowns of the pillar chocolate. Simple, pure.
Mary, look, we just need to keep going. You're doing so well, and one of these doors will say yes. We just need to have a little faith. I know they will. They have to. It's a hill, that's all. A hill that we're climbing, and we're nearly at the top. And when we get there, we'll feel on top of the world.
The yard of the pub is illuminated by the shine of the star in the night sky. The sound of the local patrons can be heard bustling in the background. Outside, the mixture of smoke and fog from the hot mouths of real people effervesce and rumble into the cold night air. The inn is unsuspecting, as its patrons are unsure. Unsure about the world that Herodia and the merry men are attempting to create. It is at this place, at this time, that our story comes to a close. A baby's been born. Light soars through our heart, and we can begin to feel the pulse of the earth begin to pump through our veins.
I'm me too, you know. The one that took him in.
True. My sincerest apologies. Where's the G&T?
Sat at the bar. It's getting warm.
See, this is what people are capable of. Not the anger, not the violence, not the divides. Compassion.
Oh, well, I couldn't very well leave him in the cold now, could I? Nah, I don't do that. That's what they want. They want us to only think of ourselves, but we can't let them know. We were jammed in here last night, but that don't matter. Oh, look at him. He's a beauty. Change your world with that little face. I know this isn't the proper place to give birth, but it's all I had to offer.
It's all they were asking for.
For 8 hours, she screamed the same words. It's happening! She was right. It happened. Remarkable. The noise of the town dimmed. Silence. The lights of the high street flickered and extinguished. The world slowed down and time stood still. And we felt something that we hadn't in a while. Hope. We're going to call it
Jesus.
Interesting. Not what I personally would have chosen, but it's got a nice ring to it, I'll say that.
Look at him, he's perfect. He's going to change the world.
I mean, they all look a bit like frogs at that age, don't they? They're nice frogs, but frogs nonetheless.
People of this nation, hear me. We have only scratched the surface. We have a long way to go, but I fully trust the citizens of this country. Look not at our actions as slaughter, but as cleansing and as purifying. These are not people. These are products of another world. A world that wishes to prevent us from taking what is ours. A world that threatens our very way of life. My troops are taking to the streets as we speak. Law and order, this is the message. We must protect our future. We must look forward rather than back. Now from this day forth, any child under 2 years of age will be eradicated. We must come together. We are stronger than when we are divided. Our magnificent troops are taking to the streets, and they are fully backed and supported by this government. Our actions will be swift, and they will be ruthless, but Britain will prosper. Joseph, what are you doing? You have to go. You can't be here while all this is going on.
We can't do this anymore, not on our own.
You don't have to. The nation stands here with you. Outside, in the car park, they are bearing witness. They're all here with you. We will fight. We will not stand for it, and we are not going to take it. To all of you, every single one, this is our story.
It's your story. It's a story to which we all belong. No matter age, gender, race, job, we are one. Welcome them into your communities and your lives. Humanity, dignity, and belonging. Godalming, we are all the people of Godhelm. We are all the citizens in one world. Protect them, together. We are stronger together than we are apart, and they know that. That's what they play on. That's what they play on. That's what they want us to be and do. Scrambling around, fighting each other as a distraction for them to do what they want. I say let's work together. They made their escape, just as they did over 2,000 years ago. A revolutionary in their midst, our story comes to a close.
Do you feel the warmth beneath your feet? That's because the Earth's so very old. At first it's light, and then it's dark, and then it's light again. So let's build a fire, a homing light, for astronauts and satellites, for scientists with soldiers' hearts, for pioneers of earthly arts. You and me, we're gone in the blink of an eye. We've been and gone. We're gone in the blink of the Earth's eye. But this story lives on.
One man come in the name of love. One man come and go. One man come, he Dream